to the cloud and let me hide my video. All right, y'all. So welcome. I'm glad you all are joining me tonight. For those who've been joining me the last 3 weeks, it's an honor that you're taking your time out to spend your Tuesday nights with me. I know we're just coming off tax season. A lot of us want to rest, but it shows your dedication on how you want to learn more and how you want to have a better tax season than you had this one. Okay. So tonight, we've been doing a different series on different things. I've been, I think last week we did Rich Off God last week. Yeah, we did Rich Off God last week, and then the week before we did different things that you can be doing now in reference to getting prepared for just the upcoming the next tax season, and also just because tax season really not over with. You can still make money now. It's still a lot of money out there to be made. And so now I want to dive into some of those things that you can actually be doing that's going to make a difference if you do it consistently. And so tonight's webinar is Inbox to Income, Mastering Email Marketing for Tax Professionals. So strategies to increase clients' engagement and revenue. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over what email marketing is. How does it work? How do you create strategy around your email campaigns? A lot of times we talk about emails, or people say you got to collect emails, or you should be sending your clients emails. But in a lot of times, a lot of people don't know why. You're just doing it because somebody actually told you to do it. And there was one thing I did not get ready for tonight. And one thing, and what I'll do is I'll send it in an email. Because what I wanted to do is get some videos. I had some videos that I have used to take you like step by step of actually setting your email campaigns up as far as lead magnets. And that's what I forgot to put in the presentation. So I'll make sure when I send out the email in the morning that I have those videos in the actual email. So again, if you're just coming in, drop in the chat where you are from and how long you've been doing taxes. Let me check my thing to make sure nobody don't need. I seen something. Okay. So yeah, that's what we got. So what we're gonna learn tonight, we're gonna learn the power of email marketing for tax professionals. We're gonna learn how to build and grow a quality, responsive email list. We're going to talk about the secrets to writing value-packed emails that clients actually open and read. We're going to talk about how to automate your email marketing to generate income while you sleep. And we're going to talk about proven strategies to turn email subscribers to paying clients. So let's get some audience participation. So just some check the temperature in the room. How would you describe your current relationship with email marketing? Drop the number in the chat. Which one of these you are relates to you? One, I haven't started yet, but I know I need to. Two, I sent a few emails here and there, but not consistent. Three, I have an email list that send regular content, but it's not automated. And four, I actively use automation and segmenting my list. I see a lot of ones. No, y'all are not using emails. We got to be using emails. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, the money is in the emails. Y'all know, like, emails is follow up, part of follow up as well. It's a part of nurturing. And the money is definitely in the nurturing and in the follow up. Okay, so I feel the temperature. So what we're going to do when we get up here is we're going to start sending emails. All right. So, a little bit about me for anybody who has not been on before. I am Dr. Gwinnetta Wright. I'm the owner of Expert Tax Service LLC. I have over 20 years experience in the tax industry. 19 years as a tax business owner. I'm a 40-time award-winning tax business owner and serial entrepreneur. I process over 30,000 tax returns. I've taught thousands of tax pros how to be profitable and compliant. Hundreds of tax pros have I've helped them start their own business, which some of them do make six figures now. And my tax business has generated 8 figures in revenue. So I've been in the industry a while. I've dabbled in a lot of things. I know a lot about things, of course, outside of taxes because I do other businesses as well. So first of all, why is email marketing, why does it still work? A lot of people think email marketing is dead. A lot of people think that it's not even necessary for you to send emails anymore because we think social media is going to do all the work. But email marketing is not dead. So I want to do some statistics on what email marketing is doing. So $36 average ROI for every dollar spent. So that means you can make $35 after every dollar spent when it comes to email marketing. 4.3 billion daily emails used worldwide. We know we got a lot of email use because we ourselves be having 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 emails. I probably got, I don't know, too many emails. An email is 6 times more likely to get a click than social media. That's interesting because we think like social media is the be all to everything, but email is still the thing. So email marketing is perfect for tax pros. So why is it a perfect tool for tax pros? Because it's a way for you to communicate with your clients throughout the year, and especially during tax season. But you can get have a good client retention if you sent emails all year long. I think one of the reasons why our clientele stays steady and we don't have a lot of clients that we lose on a consistent basis from year to year is because of us, one, using different tools that keeps us on our clients' mind. Because how many of y'all know, like, sometimes I know I have an office and I market a lot just for my business, but I know there'll be a lot of people that come get their taxes with us and they don't even remember our name. They might sometimes don't even remember where the office was because they might have been a first time client, or they might have came, they might only been their second year. So ultimately, you want to stay at the top of your client's mind. And in order to do that, using email is one of those things. So that's why it's a perfect tool for you all when it comes to um, client retention and even gaining new clients. Um, then recurring annual needs equal repeat revenue. So why do y'all think like places like Fashion Nova, different people that you might utilize? I know a lot of coaches, a lot of network marketers, a lot of different people. You be wondering why they send, like, you be like, dang, they don't send me like 3, 4, 5 emails. Now y'all know our minds be bad. So at the end of the day, people constantly sending you emails are giving you or reminders of what you actually supposed to be doing. People forget a lot. So that is a great tool to actually, like, somebody might have wanted to use your service, but they forgot that they even told you, or even forgot that they said, they wanted to use your service, but they was on your email list and you sent that email, okay, that helps generate, emails help generate revenue. Yes, Fashion Nova marketing is top tier. They send 1,000. And then I don't know if y'all noticed, I've been talking about this a lot lately. It's a reason behind it though. I don't know if y'all noticed, if you have a business account on Facebook or Meta or whatever, what have Meta been doing lately? Anybody knows what Meta been doing lately? Anybody been getting those 1,000 emails a day from Meta? Anybody? Anybody been getting those Meta emails? Mm-hmm. Meta been sending about 10 emails a day, look like. Now, what I think, and this don't have anything to do with email marketing, but I just throw this tidbit in. So Facebook, Instagram is getting ready to change their algorithm again. And they have changed the way, the back end of how you do ads, how you utilize all their back office tools. So they're sending all these different trainings out so that you can be educated. So the way we've been using Facebook and Instagram, it's about to change. Anytime you see somebody just putting stuff out like that, especially these platforms, that mean they get ready to change stuff. Did anybody see the other day when for 2 seconds when Facebook turned into Facebook newsfeed turned into Instagram? Looked like Instagram newsfeed. Anybody caught that? Yep. And so the thing about it is that's another reason why email is important, because we don't have control over these platforms. But what we do have control over is housing our clients and potential clients' information somewhere to where if any of these platforms go down, like how TikTok was about to get banned, if any of these platforms go down, you still have contact with your clients or your potential clients. So, goals, you have to set goals for email marketing. Now, what does it do for you? Or what can it do for you? So, one, it can build authority and trust because you're sending value information. We're in the tax industry. So, if you're sending out emails, you should be sending valuable information. So, it builds authority and trust. Like if you're telling you're educating your clients year round, then they think that okay, they might actually really know what they're doing. Because a lot of times people don't know if you know what you're doing for real. But when you're sending educational, valuable emails, now you're building authority and trust. I already talked about how it can increase your client retention. And when I tell you our clients come in our office and that's the first thing they talk about is all the emails we don't send all year and how we don't kept them up to date, that makes you be able to keep your clients. And because you do that, your clients are going to brag on you and tell other people how you keep them informed. Okay. Number three, again, automate revenue generating touch points. So who know what a touch point is? Is that a new word for you all? Because I don't want to be putting out words and you don't even know what what it is and not telling you what they is. Anybody familiar with touch points? If you're familiar with the word touch points, drop a 1 in the chat. Okay, I don't see a whole lot of ones coming. All right, so let's talk about touch point. Okay, Catherine says she know what touch point is. Okay. Okay, Robin says she know what. Robin Lynn says she know what touch point is. Okay, touch points are important. Why? What they are is how many times somebody has seen you. So you can use different vehicles to put yourself in front of your potential audience or your audience. And a lot of times it's kind of in between. They used to say it was 7 touch points. It takes 7 times for somebody to see your information before they actually shop with you or try your service. I've heard it's now 11. I heard it's now 20. I don't really know how many touch points it takes for somebody to actually utilize your service. But email marketing is one of those ways that you can have yourself in front of your audience and your potential audience a number of times. But touch points could be like a commercial. It can be a billboard. It can be an email. It can be a social media point. So it's something that you have done to put yourself in front of somebody and they've seen it multiple times. That's what it is in a nutshell. And then you can educate and upsell your services. So sending emails are not just about providing value. It's also about generating revenue. Okay, so that's why it's also important from when we had beyond April the 15th, why it's important for us to be able to provide other services to the clients that we are already servicing. So through the year, you could be upselling those services through them through email. So in order for you to send emails, you got to have a list. So how many of you, I sent a lot of ones, so I don't know if it's a lot of y'all. So how many of you make sure you import your client list every year to make sure you can send emails to your clients year round? Anybody have already imported their email list from clients they seen this year? Laquita said yes. Shaquita said yes. Shamika says yes. Definitely. Okay, great. So you got to make sure, first off, that you're getting your current client's email. That's like one of my number one things. And I think it's important. Now, it wasn't as important back in the days because we wasn't doing e-signatures. But now most people are doing everything paperless and you're doing e-signatures. So you have to have their emails. Back in the days, we didn't have to necessarily have to put the email in there. But I've always made sure for the most part that they always collected the email and make sure the email was inputted so that we can actually have that list. So to build a high quality email list, and this is even for people who are just starting out, just because you don't have a email list do not mean that you cannot start building one now. Okay, you do not have to wait until you do a tax return to start building a client list. Okay, so one, of course, you start with your current clients. Two, you create a lead magnet. Drop one in the chat if you know what a lead magnet is. Okay. If you don't know what a lead magnet is, let me see how many people don't know what it is. Drop two in the chat. Okay. So we got a lot of tools. Now, for my people who say they know what a lead magnet is, drop in the chat if you have a lead magnet already made. Drop a one in the chat if you have a lead magnet already made. Okay, India, Kamatha, Roblin, just a few. Okay, Tanya. So what a lead magnet is something that you're offering your client or a potential client in exchange for either their email or their phone number or pretty much their contact information. So a lot of things that people use for lead magnets are like checklists, some type of checklist, ebooks. You can even do videos. You can do templates. It's a lot of different things that you can utilize to use as a lead magnet. That's why it doesn't matter if you've never done tasks before. It doesn't matter if you don't have a big clientele. This is how you start growing one, by collecting emails. Um, you can use forms, pop-ups, and landing page. So it's different ways. You can use things like ManyChat, which I haven't really started using. I must start using it. I already know how it works, but I haven't started using it. Like you got things like ManyChat where you can actually make a post and then tell somebody to say a word or say a phrase or whatever, and then you can get the lead magnet sent straight to their DMs, right? You can create a landing page or a pop-up or a form, or you can have a pop-up on your website to where when somebody put their email in, when they come on your website, they can automatically be sent that lead magnet. You can have a form that you embed in your social media posts in order for your clients to give you a business clients to give you your information. One thing everybody probably should have though, if you're on social media, you have to start funneling your leads. And I can't get so technical because we're not gonna be on here all night. But if you do have a lead magnet, you should have a link to that lead magnet in all of your bios. Whether it's just the link to that lead magnet in your bio, or whether it's your link to that lead magnet, like in a link tree to have multiple things that they can select. But that's one way you can always have that available to somebody who might be interested in your service or might want to get to know you a little better. Kind of like dating. So this is an example. These are mine. Okay. So I probably have more than this because I have, again, a lot of businesses, but these are for the two areas of taxes. So I have emails for tax professionals and I have emails for my tax clients or people who have came through my business. Now for us, we actually just started taking email serious probably about 5 years ago. We might send emails like number two, where we sent emails every now and then. We change systems a lot, but this is kind of like some emails that we've collected over the last 5 years. Now, the crazy part is the emails I have for tax professionals, and I know this is when I put this together. The emails that I have for tax professionals and the emails that I have for expert tax service, because I've been taking, collecting and building my list for tax professionals, I have literally built my email list for tax professionals, and it's almost the same amount for tax clients. I did that in 1 year. So if you take getting names and doing the strategies and the different things that are necessary, then you can get a large email list. And with some of them, I don't import like all the ones I get. These are just some. And it's if you see two different numbers. One is like me just importing some emails, and then some of them are actually people that are subscribers. We'll talk about like people actually legally subscribing versus you just putting people emails in your email database. I only send emails to the subscribers. So it's a couple of hundred people that don't even get my emails. So again, what is a lead magnet? So a lead magnet can be, again, a checklist, a workbook. I seen somebody just put in the chat a questionnaire. So one of my lead magnets that I use every year for my tax business is the Ultimate Common Small Business Tax Deduction Checklist. So in this particular lead magnet that I just have very detailed um, tax deductions for business owners that they can utilize. A lot of our small business owner clients, they don't know what they can write off. How many people have clients that don't know what to write off? So every tax pro, bookkeeper, accountant should have something similar because you deal with small business owners. So what is some things that you can give them or information that you can give them that they're going to want? Well, for sure, They're going to want to know what they can write off. So that's an example of one of my lead magnets. Then you have the type, these are examples of the top 5 write-offs for small business owners. A tax prep workbook, an email series, 7 days to stress-free tax season. Now, another one, because it's 2 of them that I feel like every tax pro should have. One is the common small business deductions, and you can label it, name it, whatever you want to. But then the other one is for people who are not small business owners and how to fill out your W-4 form. That's a common question, right? Thank you, Michelle. That is a common question that all our clients be asking. So when you are promoting, when you are posting, when you are sending emails, when you go, because a lot of y'all might go speak to other people communities, or you might speak at a conference, or you might speak on a webinar. Always have a lead magnet available so that you can collect emails. That's how you do it. And when you collect them, you nurture them. So you can have a lot of touch points for the people. So that's important. Oh, I kind of already told y'all where to promote your lead magnet, but there's a couple of more places. So your website homepage or blog. So a lot of times you'll go to people website and then they'll have a pop-up. And the pop-up is you putting your email in there. That's a way for people to collect emails. It's having people to register to get your newsletter, or having them to register to be the first person to know when you drop whatever, or when you drop a sale, or when you drop a special, or whatever you decide. That's a good way to collect emails on your website. Because if they go to your website and it pop up, a lot of times people are just going to put their emails in there. And then they usually are automatically they are being placed as a subscriber. So you don't have to worry about that. Again, I just told y'all on your social media pages, you can do that when you're promoting posts. Like every business post, every tax post that you make, you could have them to subscribe to your email list. Put that in the comments. Putting links in the caption is not necessarily good anymore, even though I still do it because I ain't got time to be always put them in the comments. But because I think like social media outlets, these social media platforms, they don't push your stuff out in the news feed as much if you have a link in your captions. For those people who might didn't know that. That's why you might see people actually asking you to say a word so that whatever they're offering can come straight to your inbox. Or that's why you have somebody say check the comments. Just in case y'all didn't know that. Booking pages. You can put it on your booking pages. Email signature. You let me make sure, because I want to make sure we're teaching around here. Who know what an email signature is? If you know what an email signature is, drop 1 in the chat. If you don't know what it is, drop 2 in the chat. Okay, so we got 1 person I see. Okay, a couple people. So an email signature is everybody, if you have an email, like most of y'all should have a business email, but even if you don't have no business email, even on your personal emails, there's a place where you can put your signature. And your signature is wherever you want the client, or not the client, whoever you send an email to know. So if you want them to know how to go to your community, somebody say about your community, but go to your community, or if you want them to download your lead magnet, or if you want them to be able to go to your Facebook, your Instagram, or your YouTube page, if you want them to have your contact information, you can put it in a signature part in the settings for every email setting, and every email you send will have that information on it without you always having to manually put it there. So that's what an email signature is for. And so you can put your lead magnet link there. Tools to build your list. So, of course, you got to have some type of tools to build your list. To be honest with you, most of these platforms got something in it where you can do something to build a list. So, some of the email marketing platforms are like MailChimp, Convert Kits, Active Campaign. Form builders that you can use to do it is Typeform, Jotform, Gravity Form. Jotform is bae to me. Landing page builders, lead pages, Instapage, Quattro. But mind you, when we talk about CRMs, that's why people are always talking about CRMs, because a lot of times most CRMs has all of these things in one. You can do where you just have one platform where you want to send emails, and it might have some other things that you can do as well. Because like with MailChimp lets you build landing pages, and it's an email marketing platform, but they have other things. Jotform, same thing. They have workflows. So it's just a lot of different platforms that you can utilize in order to do. Michelle, if I'm just starting out, honestly, and I don't really know a lot about different platforms, I will use MailChimp. Okay. But you got to know this too. If you have a website like with Shopify, really any of them, they back end have email marketing too. So you can literally use your back end of your website. It's so many places that you can utilize. I got my emails everywhere. Okay. I got them in Go High Level. I got them in MailChimp. I got them in Wix. I got them literally everywhere. So I do recommend MailChimp as one. And then MailChimp has a free subscription. And then, you just go up and pay as you grow your list. Jotform is bad. Jotform about to be able to do everything. So Jotform have it as well. Yeah, I use Wix. Well, I told you I use Go High Level too. I use all of them. Shoot. But when I be sending out certain things, like when I send y'all stuff out tomorrow, it's gonna be coming from my Wix site. My tech team use it's not necessarily like a CRM. Do they really consider MailChimp a CRM? Because it don't do everything. I don't know if it's considered a CRM. It's more of an email marketing platform, but they have other things that you can utilize in addition to that. Let me go because I'm trying to get y'all out in the hour. I can't never make an hour. So okay, compliance basis and stay legal. So understand you always supposed to get permission to email people. Like if you just start you in a buying list just to email folks, or you just randomly just start taking people emails, because y'all know y'all do that sometimes. Y'all be in those tax groups, or y'all be in those regular groups, and people drop their emails. And I've seen where people are just take people emails from doing that. But that's not necessarily good, because those will be like, I'm not on your email list. I didn't subscribe to nothing you got. And then they will unsubscribe. And then if you send an email out initially and you just upload a whole bunch of people email, and they don't know nothing about you, and you get a whole lot of unsubscribers, they can shut your thing down. So you gotta be careful about that. There's ways for you to do double opt-ins, but ultimately you are supposed to have people subscribe to your email. Now, one of the things that I do, right, is in my disclosure, in your engagement letter or whatever, you can put that verbiage in there. Like, you can tell them, or make sure that you're writing that information in there. So that way you're not just putting your client's information in a database as well. Making sure you have permission, so if it was ever a problem, you're getting the permission. So one thing that we do Like I have a nonprofit too. So every time we have a big major event, that's why I say I got a lot of emails everywhere. A big major event, we when they sign in, we make people sign in. Like, people have real big events, so they just let people come. We make sure everybody sign in. I don't care how many events, how many people come. We have 1,000 people to come, over 1,000 people. Everybody before they enter our event has to fill out a registration form and send us their email. And one of the things that's there when they fill it out is basically giving us permission to send them emails, and they're subscribers. So always think about how you collect emails when you're doing in-person events, in-person trainings, or whatever. I always have people to sign in and make sure you have like a disclaimer or whatever to make sure they subscribe so that you have permission to send them emails. Then when you are on these platforms, a lot of times you might want to segment your clients. And what does that actually mean? That means if, for instance, I got 2 lead magnets. One of my lead magnets is for small business owners, and one of my lead magnets are for employees. So I have to create 2 different links for them to subscribe. And I have to put a tag of where those particular leads came from. So the reason why you want to do that, so if, say for instance, like when BOI was going on, my clients who was employees and they might not have a business, they didn't need the email talking about BOI. It didn't have nothing to do with them. But my clients who are small business owners, they would have needed that information. So it's always smart to segment your clients. Things you should send. You should send education. Everything don't have to be education. You don't have to send every email with something of value. You can educate people. You can promote whatever you got going on, because remember, it's a income producing vehicle as well. And then you can connect. So what we send our clients all year long is we might send them any type of promotion that we got going on in the business, reminding them that if they ain't filed their taxes, they filed an extension, they need to do back taxes, because some people on our list might not still come to us, but they still get our emails. And that could possibly make them come back. So making sure, promoting something that you might want to sell. And then we share whatever we got going on. So if I win an award or we do some community outreach activity, if anybody in our company have something successful, that a success story that we need to tell and want to share with our clients, we send that in an email. We don't just send them no tax tips. We send them all kinds of stuff, because people do business with people they like, know, and trust. And in order for them to like, know, and trust you, you got to show them different variables of you. And you want to collect some money from them. Now, you also have to think about when is the right time to send emails, because every day might not be a good day to send emails. You might get a better open rate of people to open your emails if you send it on specific time. And then you have to decide how many emails you want to send, because if you start sending a whole lot of emails, then like for the paid platforms, then you might spend a whole lot of money. I know we run out of hours a lot because we be sending a lot of emails, but you have to decide how many you want to send. And don't ever think too many, you sending too many. You're gonna have people to unsubscribe. That's okay. That's normal. But you're never sending too many. I remember when we started getting serious about it, and my sister, she the one that worked the back end of our emails on a personal level. And I started telling her, girl, we need to send at least 3-4 emails a week. She was like, ain't that too many? Ain't we gonna run the clients away? And I had told her, no, we're not, because they need to see us. They need to think about us. They need to feel the guilt of they don't show up. We're gonna notice. So it's that thing. You got is there's no such thing as sending too many emails. So decide how often you want to send your emails. Do you want to send them weekly? Do you want to see bi-weekly? Do you want to send 2, 3, 4 a week? Decide how many you want to send. Just send some. Send during peak engagements. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are peak engagement days, preferably at 10 a.m., anywhere between 10 and 11, and anywhere between 2 and 3. Those are high times, according to, the people who be looking at all this stuff. But you can send them any day you want to. But if you want to think about strategy, then that's kind of what you need to kind of go with. And if you just want me to be honest with you, posting on social media, Tuesdays and Thursdays are good days for traffic. Tie your content to key dates. So there's certain things that go on in certain months in the tax season. So or through the year. Valerie, I'm thinking MailChimp. But it's different things that goes on in the year. So not just important tax dates, but also holidays. So make sure when you're putting strategy into your emails that you know what day certain things fall on, so that you are sending that email out on those days. And you don't have to just put an email in every week. You can schedule your emails out for weeks. So every email platform have a schedule. So the anatomy of a great email. So one, a subject line which catch the person's attention. A opening, meaning you being personable and relatable. The body of the email, which is whatever your information you're giving them, whether it's education, promotional, or relatable. I mean, not relatable, or a success story. It's no such thing. It has to be long. It's too long. It's no such thing as it being too short. Just making sure you have a body and a strategy of what you want to relate to them. And then a CTA, one clear action, something that you want them to do. Book you, join you, download, whatever that is, having so clear CTA. Also, subject line works. So you got to get in the opening email, because we scroll past a whole lot of people emails. So you want to make your email something that's gonna pique their curiosity to open. So some examples of that is, are you making this tax mistake? On the 3 days left to file your return. You saved your client a certain dollar amount with one strategy session. And then at the end of your email, you can always do a PS, which also gives them a recap of what you talked about in that email, and have a CTA in there. Moving a little faster so I don't be on here too long, because I know I can talk a long time. Then turn your emails into income. So always have a call to action. One reason why we don't make the money that we really be wanting to make is because we're scared to ask for it. If you be scared to ask for money, be honest, drop one in the chat. If you be scared to ask for money, drop one in the chat. Be honest now. If you scared, you be scared to ask for the money. If you feel like if you ask people to buy something or to subscribe to something or join something too much, you feel guilty. I used to feel like that. And then I realized, baby, you better be putting those CTAs out there. You better be putting those offers out there, because that's where the money is. You better close your eyes and do it, because that's how you get the clients. That's how you make the money. Time sensitive offers. You always want to put some type of sense of urgency in the email if you're trying to sell somebody something. Okay. Time sensitive offers. And then a follow-up sequence. So I can't go into all of this because it would just take forever to really teach y'all, or whatever. It take a longer than this. But a follow-up sequence. Follow-up sequences are important. Sequence and series emails are important. When we are talking about doing campaigns, we need to have a series of emails to go out to those clients already set up. So a follow-up sequence. Use strong CTAs. So book your tax review. Claim your free checklist. So you got to tell people what you want them to do. Like literally. I used to think like that was kind of offensive when you were like, people are slow or people are not that smart. It's true. Like we be lost a lot of times. Like I myself included, we having all these things going on. We be overwhelmed. We don't read everything in detail. We just be skimming or whatever. So you literally got to tell people what you want them to do. So with your CTAs, you make sure that you are telling them what do you want them to do. So don't just always put learn more, put sign up, put book, put claim, put schedule. Don't always just use the generic ones. The power of automated campaigns. So you have a welcome series, and this is the series I'm talking about. So you have a welcome series, and that's basically you introducing whatever you're introducing them to, because you have emails that you just send to your clients, and then you have email campaigns. Email campaigns is you're trying to get something done. You're trying to make something happen. So that means if you're trying to build a community, you're trying to get people to purchase something, whatever that is, you is trying to get somebody to do something, and that's an email campaign. So there's different parts of it. So you have to have a welcome series, which you introducing what you are trying to do. So that's setting your tone and your expectation. Then you have to have the deadline, like let them know, okay, the deadline is coming to wherever that is. And then this helps a lot when you're selling products, and can help when you're doing services. A lot of times people abandon, they might start opening your emails and then they stop. Or they might have an abandoned cart. They put something in the cart, but they didn't do anything with it. So then you have an abandoned lead nurture, where you are igniting the cold contact, because contacts do go cold. They're just like on our social media page. We have people on our page that follow and have been our friends for a long time, and then they never like anything, they never engage. Those are cold contacts. So you got to make sure you put some fire behind them, water them a little, get them back wet. And then you have to track what's working. One thing that we don't do, and this is a part of marketing, and I say these things, and the reason why I teach the way I teach and I break down things is because what I've learned is we think that the pretty stuff will is what gives us our money. And the pretty stuff is pretty. The flyers, the pictures, all of those things are cute. But how you really get to your money and grow your clientele and your revenue is understanding the back end of everything. Tracking stuff so you know who to market to, or who to put your face in front of, or your information in front of. So you should track what's working and what's not. And so there's three different things that are important when it comes to email marketing. So one is open rate. So are they interested? Are they actually opening the email? Then you have the click-through rate, which did they engage in the email? Did they click on the link? Then you have the conversion rate. Now, drop conversion in the chat. Okay, everybody drop conversion in the chat. I know that's a long word, so I'll wait for y'all. Some of y'all to type it up. Drop conversion in the chat. Okay, conversion is everything. Again, people don't teach us real stuff. They just be teaching us this stuff that don't matter. Okay, the conversion rate is everything because you want to know who is taking action. Like when you send an email campaign and it's connected, especially to your website, but it depends on, it can be connected to like any of your what you call those things, your merchant services or whatever. If you tie all that in and you put it in your email, you can tell if somebody purchased based off that email. And the conversion rate is important because you want to know when you're spending money or you're doing activities, are they actually converting? Are they converting to a client? Are they converting to a customer? Did they join whatever you wanted them to join? Did they sign up? Because conversion is not always about money. It's conversion is about, are they doing the thing that you tried to get them to do? So that's what conversion is all about. Almost done, y'all. Oh, I ain't too off. Okay. Okay, so example of how powerful an email can be. So this is just an example. You can send one email and say you get 6 appointments. You can equal up to, those 6 appointments can equal up to $3,600 in revenue. So you have to think about what you're selling. You got to think about what service is you're offering. And you have to make sure that you are sending out these emails because, again, you want them to be converted. You want people to schedule appointments. Again, people mind be bad. Our minds be bad. We be having a lot of stuff going on out here. So because of that, people easily forget what they are supposed to be doing day to day. And sending an email can get a lot of people for them to remember, I need to file my taxes. There's a lot of your clients that still ain't got their taxes done this year. Your past clients who still haven't got their taxes done this year. How are you going to get them in your office? How are you going to get them to get their information to you? You have to be sending emails. You have to be nurturing them. You have to allow them to know that you are there. You have to stay on their mind. Example for February reminder email equal 18 clients booked. So it just depends on, how often the people open the emails and how often they actually, click on certain things. So let's do a recap. When we are utilizing our emails, we are trying to build a list. We got to deliver value consistently. And consistently, again, do not mean every day. Consistently mean whatever you prefer. Whether you want to do one every week, 3 times a week, one bi-weekly, once a month, however what consistent means to you. But the most important thing is that you are consistent. Automate your process. So a lot of times you don't have to manually do these emails every time you want to send an email. You can set up series of emails. You can set up workflows. You can set up campaigns. You can pre-schedule your emails. Then you can track the results. Make sure you're tracking the results so you know what's working, what's not working. And what do you need to know what's working on emails? Like, is your subject, because if your subject lines are not good, then people might not open the emails. But if your subject lines end up being good, more people might start opening up your email. So you want to track it because you want to know if you start changing your subject lines up, did people start opening it more or did they start opening less? And then of course you want to convert with clear CTAs. So Drop in the chat. Well, one thing you learned today that you're excited to apply in your business when it comes to emails. Is it anything, anyone, anything? I'm so happy I did an hour. Come on, God. Y'all ain't excited? Lead madness. Okay, Shakita. Okay, trying to send Thursday whisper email. Okay. Collect the emails, lead madness, added lead madness links to email. I'm just happy to start back getting into the groove of things. Okay, Laquita. Collect the emails, constant nurturing emails. Yes, Shamika. Now you, Shamika. Now I know you need to make sure you be over there nurturing your emails. Automated campaigns. Uh-huh. Yes, very creating a consistent schedule and CTAs. Okay, y'all. I love it. I love it. Now y'all know I always got something for y'all. So are you ready to put it all into action? So what I have for anybody who is interested, have never did emails before, don't understand it, not going to remember what I just taught in this webinar, anybody that's interested, I had a toolkit already. But what we want y'all to do is we want y'all to make sure that you have no excuses not to send your clients email. Now, man, you got Chat GPT. You can put them in Chat GPT. You can use AI. But do you really know what to send people? Like, is the stuff the AI spitting out, is that good enough for your clients? Do it make sense? So what I did was I created 52 custom templates for client retention. And even with these emails, you can use them over and over again because they are broad. They're not where the information is going to change a whole lot. And not only that, you can turn around during tax season, and that's how you can send 3 to 4 emails a week. But the toolkit is the 52 custom templates. But I also have an ebook that I literally go over everything I just went over here and more in detail. Similar to the webinar, that is a bonus inside of this special. I sell both of the books separate, but they are being sold together tonight for a special price of $39.99. Now, what I don't have on here is I have 5 other worksheets. So what's actually going to be included in that $39.99 is the 52 custom templates for the client retention, the ebook for how to use email marketing for tax pros, and I have 5 different worksheets and checklists for you. So an email marketing worksheet, a subject line swipe file, a 12-month email calendar, which gives you like different things. It's not an actual calendar, but it tells you like for the 12 months, different things that you can send in those months, even with the templates. And then I have a welcome and reminder automation template and an email marketing checklist. Again, it's only $39.99. That's the barcode for it. Hopefully my sister's still on hand. She dropped it in the chat. Okay, she dropped it in the chat. Again, it comes with everything. You only see the 2 books, but when you buy it, all the worksheets are going to be included as well. So I didn't feel like making a graphic with all that stuff on it. What I am going to do, I have not been sending out the email now that I think about it. I have not been sending, or have I? I think I might have. Have y'all been getting an email from me with anybody who's attending any of the other Tuesdays? Have y'all been getting emails from me with the replay? I don't know if I've been sending out the email. Okay, with the replay. So I now put my free webinars that I'm not gonna teach in now one of my boot camps or my what is it? My mentorship. I now put them on YouTube instead of sending Zoom link. So it take me a little longer to do that. Zoom, I just used to be able to just put it in the next day and send it out. What I'm gonna do, because I have planned on putting it in this presentation, is I'm going to get it's this YouTube video that I have that the guy will walk you step by step on how to create a link for you to have somebody download a lead magnet for you to capture emails and MailChimp. So I'm gonna send that to you all because I can't be going over all that kind of stuff, y'all. Let's take help. So I'm gonna give y'all that video. I might not send it tomorrow because I gotta do some career day in the morning, but if it's not tomorrow, it'll be Thursday morning. I have that ready. So now we on questions and answers, and I can answer any question in the chat or Shamika, the replay from last week is actually on my YouTube channel. Let me see. I'm gonna post it in my group. I'm gonna post it in the group. It's in the group too. If you check, oh, you got it. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Tiffany. My sister just posted the my YouTube channel. So if you want to catch the 2 past webinars that I had, which was Beyond April the 15th and Rich Off God, I'm gonna tell you about Rich Off God now, because baby, Rich Off God is not, it's not. I did a little teaching, okay. I did a little teaching, but it's a lot of prayer, some crying. It's a little different than what you used to, okay? But we had to do it. So Rich Off God was from last week. And then the week before we did Beyond April 15th. This will be uploaded at least by Thursday. And what am I doing next week? I'm doing another one next week. I can't remember what I'm doing. Oh, it's primarily for new tax pros or people who are just starting out. I'll be doing how to start a tax business, different information that people who are starting a tax business, or you ain't familiar with how to run your business, like some key components. So that's what I'm doing this. Thank you, Jasmine. So do any of y'all got any questions for me? Anybody want to come off mute? Let me know. You can raise your hand, or anybody got any questions? Okay, Lenore, I am going to teach Schedule C. I'm actually planning. I don't know. Y'all be living different places though, so I don't really want y'all to have to travel for that. The due diligence one, I would travel for that one. That was gonna be on a pop, and I don't know. I'm not gonna play with that one in person. But I am doing. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Schedule C virtual, but I'm doing a Schedule C in person in Atlanta in August. I just don't know the date. I'll see. I'll look at my schedule, but I'll definitely let you know. Okay, somebody asks, how do you keep motivated with your email marketing when you're not getting the outcome you're looking for? If you have 5 people to nurture them. Okay. Because everything is not instant results. I don't even kind of even look at my emails for real. I just send them. And then I do go back and check like the open rate and to see if I got any sales, if I tried to sell anything or whatever. A lot of times you got to understand that everything you do is a seed. And seeds don't grow overnight. So you just have to consistently do it, consistently show up. And you just got to know, and at the end, it's going to pay off. If you're not getting the conversion that you're looking for, then know that you're doing brand awareness. And you just have to continue to tweak what you're doing. But what I've learned is we'll always say, like, we don't did everything. It ain't working for me. And my team, they get mad when I say it, but it's the truth. You have to ask yourself, are you really doing all that you are supposed to be doing? Laquita, I'm glad you're coming. I can't wait to meet you. Lenore, you say you'll travel to Atlanta. Okay, I'm gonna put it out soon. Shamika, I'm doing the Schedule C in-person training in August. Okay, I'm gonna come back to you, Michelle, on the SMS. But now look yourself in the mirror, Shaquita, and ask yourself, are you really doing what you supposed to do? Because I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all want real results for real, no play, and I'm talking about real results without you scamming, scheming, and stealing. Okay? Because there's a lot of people getting results with scamming, stealing, and scheming. But if you want real results without you having to do that, you're going to have to put in the work. You're going to have to show up. You're going to have to be visible. And it can become very draining. Okay? But your end result and the reward and the thing that keeps me motivated is I know that God is going to reward me for my hard work. Faith without works is dead. You know what I'm saying? Faith without works is dead. So I know it might not be instantly. He might do something just to give me confirmation that it's going to happen and for me to keep going. But at the end of the day, you just gotta know that it don't matter. It's just like social media. You might not get a whole lot of likes, but you go out in the streets, everybody know what you doing. They don't know where you went, who you was with, what you got. They gonna know everything, but they ain't never liked nothing, never commented on nothing. They ain't never did any of those things. So just because you don't think it's not working, don't necessarily mean it's not working. Whitney, I probably can do that. Or I can make a video. Either do that or make a video. Somebody asked me another question. Okay, what are your thoughts on text? Texting is my other baby. I have TextLink. Texting is I ain't no say it's more effective than email because I really don't know the statistics to that, but it's good because text to me in my mind is better than email because it's going people gonna look at their phone. They're gonna open their text message versus maybe not open up an email. And so another reason I think I don't talk about enough is when I did the transition of when I lost a lot of money, because I lost a lot of repairs and I had to figure out how to get my money back because they wasn't there without bringing other people in. One of my things and key components that I started implementing in my business that I wasn't good at was I put a lot of follow up things in my strategy. So that's when we got TeslaLink. TeslaLink automatically sent emails. So I ain't got to think about it. They automatically do the follow up for us. We started doing the emails more. And it's really when I started doing emails like about 5 years ago, around 2019, because I lost 6 figures and I had to get my money back. So that's when we started taking email serious. So the money is in the follow up. I'm here to tell you. We think it's not because we don't I automatically get it, but it's definitely in the follow up. Okay, any other questions? Any other questions? Did y'all learn something today? Because sometimes I be thinking like, this the ugly work. This the ugly stuff. Let me see. I test my emails on myself from my business to some of my personal emails. Some of them go to promotion in Gmail and Yahoo. Some of them will say it cannot be sent right now. Do you have recommendations for that? Um, Are you using like the platforms? What platform are you using? Now I ain't real techie now. I don't know because I don't send my emails, FYI. I don't send my email. My sister send my emails, and I got a tech guy to send my email. Oh, you know what? I'm lying. I do send emails. I send them through Wix because I send everything for tax pros a lot of times. Let me see. I'm coming back because I've seen a lot of stuff. It's mostly high level. I don't know. When I inbox me, but high level bad. I'm with that. You know what, Latoya? I read somewhere that somebody said that it was. High level is not good with getting the emails to people inboxes. It's something with that. And that's why I started using, because my tech guy who built my funnels and stuff, he used my Go High Level account. They was using emails through Go High Level. But I read an article, I read a post about that somewhere. Well, Go High Level, they emails don't land. They do exactly what you just said. I do remember that. And so I started using my Wix account because I heard that. I did hear that. So you say it's mostly high level. The W2, the email marketing toolkit is everybody. So it's small, it got small business stuff in there, it got W2 clients in there. I think it got a combination of both. Mhm. Okay. Y'all just giving me some comments. What's Tesla Link? Okay, Jamming. Tesla Link is a SMS platform. Their target audience is tax pros, and they are integrated in most softwares or can be integrated on most softwares. So they are more expensive than most not F SMS services, because I think they charge like they paying like 400-500 per office during tax season. I believe it be high. I don't remember per month or whatever. But after tax season, it's not as expensive. And why I like them is like when the bank, when the IRS deposits the money in the bank, when they money on hit, they automatically send them email. They automatically send them an email when their return is accepted. They automatically have it, the campaigns already set up to where once somebody return has been accepted, they send them a text 3 days, 7 days, and 10 days afterwards asking for referrals. They if whatever time your client came to you to get their taxes done last year, the year before, they start sending them texts. They send out 3 different times of texts, um, as telling them to book their appointments. And then you can send your own emails as well. So they have their own built-in campaigns that you don't really have to do a whole lot, and it be integrated in your it's integrated in your software. It's Laquita, I use TPG, but I don't think it matter what bank. It's Tesla Link is Test. Let me spell it for y'all. I asked them, did they have a affiliate program? Because I always talking about them, child. They don't be having it. You get you nothing for real. But that's what it is. Um, and y'all can look into it. They'll do a demo with you. They'll go over the training with you. But especially if you got a large clientele, you might not necessarily need it if you got a clientele like 50 and under, because honestly, you can do it on another platform, or you can just text them from your cell phone. But if you got a large clientele, that's going to help you keep stuff in order. That's going to keep your clients from calling you to see if their return was accepted, to see if their money getting deposited that day or whatever. They're going to send them a text anyway. So that'll keep your phone lines down. I put the word. I ain't never used tax. I'm not a CRM girl. Just FYI. Even though I got Go High Level, I've had SmartVault, I've had another one. I go get them, right? But I don't utilize them. That to me, I think it might be beneficial to you depending on how your systems are set up. For me, it's kind of hard because the way I run my office. First of all, I'm not totally paperless. And I'm not paperless because of due diligence, because I could be totally paperless, but as long as due diligence here, I'm not gonna be totally paperless. That's just me though. Okay. So and then I have two locations that I communicate between. And I got systems that my office, the people in my office have to follow, that's not necessarily on this digital. So, and then a lot of times with a lot of those CRMs, I don't like the people having to you have to send them a link to get them to sign up for their account. That just be too much for me. Let them upload their information on a link and let me get in, let me do their test and let me move on. So that's kind of how I feel. I ain't got time to be getting all this stuff I don't need. For some people, they need it. That's gonna be good for them. I was just telling one of my one-on-one clients that earlier today, like one of my new mentees that earlier today, like for some people, it's good for them. They don't have no other organization going on. That's gonna be the best way for them. They working by themselves. You know what I'm saying? So that's gonna be the best route for them. For me, I need everything to be easy and fast because I do a lot of clients. I have to run the office, and I got a lot of other businesses. I'm a community leader. I got to be so many different places. I don't got a whole lot of time, so I just need everything to be done, kind of quick. I ain't got time to be trying to figure all that stuff out. Thank you, Lenore. I hope you like it. Give me your opinion on it. Anybody else? Let me see what time it is. Because 9:20. So I gave y'all 30 minutes of questions. Anybody else got questions? They say Tax Dome is like good, but it's like one of the hardest ones to learn. Jamisha. I did hear me, Shamika. I don't know why I called you Jamisha. Shamika. They say that's one of the hardest one. Okay. Okay, thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Anybody else got any questions? Anybody? 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 Okay, y'all. Well, I'm gonna put the link out probably Friday. I'm not even trying to put it out tomorrow. Tomorrow, Thursday. I got a lot of stuff going on. But I put the link out to next Tuesday one, probably Friday. And so I know I'm doing one every Tuesday until June the 3rd. Yeah, to June the 3rd. Then I come back and figure out what I'm gonna do after that. All right, y'all have a good night, everybody. Good night, good night, good night. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for all the beautiful compliments. Thank y'all so much. Let me see how I end this. Okay. I'm so tired.